Aged just 15, Ria Cooper became the UK's youngest person to change gender. But 3 years later, Ria, who was born Brad, made the decision to transition back to being a man.
5 years on, Ria is more certain that she is living in the wrong body and she's preparing to go under the knife once again. Ria, what a journey. What a journey. And you've attracted a bit of criticism from some people who are basically saying to you, make up your mind. If they were in your shoes, what would you say to them?
It's just hard, it's difficult. It was horrible going through like all the negative things what people were saying. I never once changed back to a man. I was 18, I was going through a really bad patch. I was like depressed. I was getting loads of horrible, I can't remember words. That was horrible what people were saying to me, death threats, saying to me, go and kill yourself. I was in a really bad relationship and I just had enough. I thought, if I go back to being a boy...
Why would people be so unsympathetic towards your confusion, if I could put it like that? Why would they begrudge you that?
I think it's because I was so young and they was judging me on that, saying I'm confused, you're too young to make like the change at that life.
You were how old then, 15?
I was 15, yeah.
And what is that like? I mean, just put that back to someone who's criticising you. So you're a 15-year-old boy, except you're not sure you want to be a boy. Just explain to people what that feels like.
How you were feeling inside.
I just knew I wanted to be a girl, and from being young, 5, 6, like, growing up, I always wanted to be a girl.
And it was other people who had the problems, other people who were begrudging you that?
Yeah, it's everybody had a problem with it.
And it's not even like you say wanting to be a girl, it's like really feeling, genuinely feeling that you are in the wrong body. Can you remember when you first felt like that?
Yeah, I was so young. I was about 5, because like all my sisters, I never wanted to play with the boys. My boys' toys, I always wanted makeup on, I used to put my mum's makeup on. And just from there, and being like 14, 13 when I changed.
Do you know what amazes me, Ria? It's that anybody would think that that is an easy decision to make. Do you know what? I think I'll be a girl next week, I'll be a boy the week after. They actually, who would actually think that that's a decision you would take lightly?
It's not even a decision, I just knew I wanted to be a female at that age.
How hard has the journey been for you?
It's been horrible, horrible. Like, people say that, well, I used to say people's opinions didn't affect me, but they really did. They got me down. There was days I didn't leave the house, got real bad depression. It was horrible.
So you made that decision when you were 15 years old that you did not want to live as a boy anymore.
Yeah.
You got support from your family. What was it then that you found you couldn't deal with that made you then say, well, I'm going to have to just go back and be Brad again? It
was more like, when I was 18, like I said, I was really depressed and I was struggling to find work. No one gave me a job. And my documentary was out when I was 18 and that like kind of ruined my life from there. And no one would give me a job because of the documentary and because of who I was. And I think I just had enough and I just thought, well, my life would be much better if I went back to being a boy. And
how was that then, going back into
It was horrible. It was the worst decision I ever made. Like, I put boys' clothes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I should be happy. I need to do this for me. Why please other people?
How long did you go back and
literally, I'd put boys' clothes and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Did you then, at home, in the privacy of your home?
Yeah, it was.
Were you then Ria and dressed as a woman, but when you were out in public, you went back to being Brad?
No, I was at home and I was like, I'm going to go back to being a boy, and I tried putting the male clothes and I just couldn't do it. So it was just like, literally, like the papers are saying it, I went back to being a boy, then a girl. It was nothing like that. It was just, I thought, will it be a lot better if I did go back to being a boy? But I didn't go back to being a boy.
So it reaffirmed, in a way, your decision that you made when you were so young, that this is definitely what you wanted, however
100%.
difficult that road was going to be for you to travel.
It's been worth it now to where I am at the moment in my life. I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier.
That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear that. Right, you're 23.
Yeah.
And how would you describe now where you're at and the journey that lies ahead? At least you're going to face that now with total confidence. You're totally sure now this is definitely the right thing.
I've always
no matter
been
what anyone
sure.
says.
Yeah, I've always been sure that I wanted to be female. I was doing it to please other people. And now I'm happy now where I am at the moment. My life's great. Focusing on getting my own business and other things.
And what about surgery and things? What's ahead of you in that respect?
So I had my boobs done 3 weeks ago and I'm getting more surgery in December and then next year.
And
there's also a bit of confusion I should point out as well. I think some of the criticism you're getting from people is saying, oh, what are you clogging up the medical system and whatever doing all this for? You were very independent on this, weren't you?
Yeah, the NHS hasn't funded nothing. I was funded the money by somebody else to get my boobs done as well as my other surgery. So.
and what about the future now? How do you see your future as Ria? Are you looking for love in your life? Would you like a partner?
I am looking for love, but love will come to me. You know, I want to focus on me, getting my life back on track. Like, I've not got depression. I'm just me, and I want to get my own business and go from there, really.
What do you want to do for your business?
Beauty. I want to help other people who are transitioning, like younger people, because I've had a lot of tweets from, like, 15-year-old kids who are scared to come out. So I'd like to open a salon and do makeovers for them.
And what advice do you give those youngsters who get in touch with you?
Yeah, because it seems to me, just, you know, we've interviewed you before, many years ago.
Yeah.
And we've interviewed a lot of people and we've seen people's journey. It would seem to us that the country seems to be more enlightened about this, more accepting about this, but you can only speak as you find, and you find a bit differently. How more enlightened do you think we are or not?
And it's more known now than it was when I come out. It was a struggle for me, but there's a lot more coming out, a lot more younger people.
Do you think society generally is becoming more accepting?
Yeah, but you'll always get your negative people, no matter what.